Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast, Spiritual Sense. Today is Tuesday, which is March the 2nd. And so, in this podcast, I go over topics in regards to the paranormal, supernatural, occultism. I speak about hauntings, curses, out of body experiences, near death experiences, soul travel, astral projection. And I recently did an episode on my podcast in regards to UFOs, which are essentially unidentified flying objects. And so I give my take as to what I feel like that message is. Because as I mentioned, I do feel as though God does have a way, a more subtle way of communicating things to us that may not be apparent to the average person, okay? And so that's what that is. Also, I incorporate tarot card reading into this podcast as well. I also like to state that this podcast is for entertainment purposes. That means that I don't go snooping, probing, and prying into anyone's personal affairs and then presenting it here. When you begin to work with, spirit work, or you begin to take note of synchronicity and serendipity, you will begin to notice or note that a lot of things is by chance or even by happenstance, okay? And that's how the spirit of God works, okay? So before I proceed, I'm going to make sure my cards are correct in the upright position before I begin this tarot card reading. And I've already sprayed my Florida water spray. And I'm going to say my prayer. Father, Supreme Being of all being, I don't know what this reading is on, but I do feel like it is a relevant reading. Send your protective angel, guardian angel, spirit guides, and to protect me, shield me inside the home as well as outside the home. Provide me infinite knowledge, wisdom, capability, and understanding as I do this reading. And so let's proceed. Now, as I mentioned, I favor the Celtic Cross, which is a 10-card spread. So let me proceed. And I do think I need to get one more deck of cards. It was a deck of cards that caught my eye a couple of weeks ago. And I said I'm going to kind of wait because it wasn't important at the time to get them. But I think I need to get those cards. I really do, because I feel like it's a message and it's an expansion of your knowledge when you get into spirit work, when you begin to incorporate more spiritual tools, okay? Alright, so we're going to proceed. I got my cards spread out, and I'm going to pull out 10 cards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so give me just a moment. Okay, so card 1, I have 9 of Pentacles, peace of mind, contentment. Card 2, I have the Fool card. Good friends, happiness, needing to take a giant leap of faith. Oftentimes when I get the Fool card, is in regards to deception. Like, it could be very well a lie or being deceived. Card 3, I have Ace of Wands, new beginnings, birth, new ideas, creation. Card 4, I have Five of Cups, money losses, all is not lost. If you look behind, you may have something to salvage. To the left, I have Six of Wands, letter or news coming, victory news. To my right, I have Ten of Cups, happiness, good things, party or celebration. I feel like this reading right now it's about deception. And the reason why I say this is because oftentimes, like, I wouldn't consider myself to be a liar. I mean, I understand that, we don't want to indulge all our personal information to people or, that we meet. So, you may tell a quote unquote white lie versus a, other type of lies. But I feel as though when someone is naive and not knowing about the true nature of things, oftentimes deception will fall suit. Not to say that deception or telling a lie is a good thing. I'm not saying that it's a good thing to lie. But I feel as though you don't want to provide certain information to certain individuals to point. And in essence, I feel as though this is something that is being communicated mass media wise. Like, I feel like a lot of people that works in mass communication oftentimes feel as though they're being deceived. That's why you cannot put your personal feelings into working certain jobs, because you don't know who is forefronting that job, whose agenda is behind what you're doing. And oftentimes you will have to take on a new way of thinking, an objective way of thinking, because you do have different entities out here that you are exposed to. Okay, so you have to be very careful and conscientious as such. Card 7, we have Knight of Swords, young man to 25, speedy situation or finish. So I feel as though this is to enlighten certain individuals in, across the world, or, or what have you. You can't be so quick to believe everything that comes to you, every message that presents to you. Okay, because many a times you could be given, you could be indulging information that does not need to be indulged, meaning telling things that don't need to be said to the wrong individuals. Card 8, we have Six of Cups, happy house, childhood memories. So this is what's surrounded. So basically, as you get older, you will already see that it's already been put in place as to what's going to be brought in versus what you need to be situated around. And you will begin to understand what a lot of parables, philosophies, and phrases mean as you get older in life. Now, as you get older, you begin to wonder as well, could this actually be the mindset of the person? Or is these things actually presenting themselves to me? Like, could this be the delusion or the illusion as per the mindset of someone else? Or are these things actually occurring? Okay. So card 9, we have the Hierophant card, marriage, government or public company, body, corporate, official building, or official situation. So oftentimes when I get this card, and this is the Hopes, Fears, and Dreams card, it is in reference to some type of anarchy. Okay. I feel as though there is some type of anarchy that's transpiring, meaning, uh, um, you know, going against the government or going against, rules and regulations, as we know what's occurring right now in the media with, the situation with Ukraine and Russia, as mentioned. But I feel as though, um, if you look at it on a bigger scale of things, meaning a bigger picture, or look at it, through the eyes of someone who may be in some type of higher position, um, that could very well be a ploy to make you aware of taking your time. Don't be so quick to rush through things, and to get you to see what you're capable of doing versus what you're not capable of doing, and why they put certain people together as such. Okay. Card 10. So I have death card. Death of situations or endings, new beginnings. So I feel as though what is happening is, once the eyes has been seen, once the eyes can see, once the eyes have seen, you will begin to understand that it could very well be some mental concerns or perhaps even medical concerns that are transpiring in a region or population right now. And this is why you will see a lot of this stuff being perpetuated. Now, could it very well be, a lack of resources? Could it be a lack of food? Is there something going on with the water supply, or something going on with the food? What the sanitation conditions are? Are we getting health? Are we regularly taking care of ourselves in terms of health? Are we eating the right, proper balanced meal, and things of that nature? So I do feel like it's a message within a message, one on a bigger scale, higher scale as well, and that oftentimes will let you know why a lot of these behaviors are perpetuated. So when you begin to take note of, this is where God is going to pull it into me, because I have that healthcare or science background, versus someone that's in security may see it very differently. Okay, but ultimately, as we know, the Maslow hierarchy of needs, the need for self. If the body is not getting the things that it needs, then it will perpetuate by way of the mental, which will in turn reflect physically, or physically, which will in turn reflect mentally. And you would take note of that by way of the behavior. Okay? So I think that is what's transpiring right now. Is basically that. Okay? I feel like this reading, someone needed to hear this reading. I feel like there's a lot of persons that needed to hear this reading today. Okay? So, again, I'm not going to be on here too much longer, but if you are interested in listening to my other podcasts, I have Health Matters, which I incorporate mental health well-being into that podcast as well. I have Holistic Health, and I also have Ancient Ancestry podcast as well. On my Spreaker.com, I have the 2 YouTube channels, Spiritual Sense, which is the same in title as this podcast, as well as my regular YouTube channel, which is under my name, Sharonda King, the Holistic Health Approach, where I have those 3 podcasts on there as well, as I mentioned. Okay, so if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.